Hello and welcome to this Let's Play of Trine. That's right, for the change I'm not gonna shoot random aliens in the face. Instead I'll be jumping around and solving puzzles with three archetypical fantasy characters. But this game still has something in common with all the other ones. First of all, it's fun, and second of all, it is absolutely gorgeous, which is why I'm LPing it, even though there's a couple of other LPs of it out there already. So, but before I start talking for 2 minutes again over a stupid menu screen, I'll start the game and I'll leave you alone with tons of exposition that they throw at you early on, and you know, made up out of dialogue. Yes, we were playing on medium only, but there you go.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a kingdom was prospering. But peace could only last so long. The old king died. With no descendant to the throne, the kingdom fell into chaos. Lust for power blinded warriors and wizards alike. New kings emerged, only to fall the next day. But the madness of men would soon be overshadowed by a far greater evil. The magic that once gave life and good fortune had transformed into something sinister. One by one, grave by grave, the dead began to rise, feeding off the energy that grew stronger with each passing night. Fear spread throughout the kingdom, and it was soon abandoned. But something was about to happen that would change the course of history. On the outskirts of the kingdom, near the Astral Academy, a thief carried out her cunning plan. She had learned of an ancient object of tremendous value. The Astral Academy, left to rot in the face of the terrible enemy, had no one to keep the treasure safe. The time was right.
All right.
Everything was perfect. She had made her way to the castle and would soon lay her hands on the treasure she so desired.
Right. So, early on, well, we meet our first character, which is the thief, as the wonderful narrator told us so expertly. And the controls, you know, are very simple. I thought there was some sort of secret down here. Instead there's just, you know, pretty water. Though the controls are kind of, I changed them to my needs. And for example, this isn't the right mouse button for me, it's something else. But you don't need to concern yourself with that. It's just that, you know, oh yeah, almost forgot about those. I did play this before, so this is not a blind run. Would you let me go through? Don't make me jump over here. And yeah, this swimming they can all do. Well, 2 of them can. And this will fall down. Yeah.
The gentle moon smiled at the thief as she made her way towards the shrine of ancient treasure. Strangely, the protective charms around the shrine allowed her to enter unharmed.
So yeah, the controls, as I was saying, was very simple. Moving around, jumping, and attacking in the case of 2 characters, and the special abilities for each character are different, and she has that rope. So let's open the chest and see what's inside.
As the thief lay her hand on the treasure, she had a tingling sensation. The thief would soon discover that fate had taken hold of her. Unknown to the thief, a wizard was just waking up. The wizard had taken a look in the spyglass and seen the terrible undead army. He was keen not to die.
By my trousers, I must escape.
he had been studying the stars and trying hard to learn the elusive fireball spell that all wizards ought to know. Of course, that was a lie. For you see, the wizard had a certain reputation with the ladies. What he had really been up to was the creation of a fake fireball potion that would have impressed the ladies and improved his status. The potion had backfired, causing a fortnight of sleep.
Yeah, here we have our wizard, which cannot attack directly, but he can conjure stuff and move objects through, you know, telekinesis, and I think this might be one of them, which I never noticed before because the hand changes. And yes, indeed. Of course, it doesn't move much because it's kind of limited, but you can see that that affected it already. So, yeah. Let's get through the introduction of this little guy before we, you know, get to the meat of the thing. Yeah, I can levitate stuff, and those green things is called experience, and there's like hidden ones, though of course that one wasn't really hidden in every level. And this replenishes the mana, which he uses the most, but of course, because he's a wizard, but the other ones also later get abilities that make use of mana. And what the game makes use of is a physics engine, which, you know, is used to solve a lot of the puzzles. And you can screw around with it quite a bit. Though it does free up your imagination for, yeah, let him conjure something. Just by drawing a square. Ah, I thought this was a seesaw. It isn't. And this is the other way to get to that green thing I picked up, the experience. And, there should be a experience counter in the upper right, topper. Yeah, that word doesn't exist. But I suppose that comes later in the actual real levels. So yeah, this is how you get past stuff. Oh, don't knock yourself out. No, that doesn't hurt him. It does hurt the enemies though, the undead. So that's useful. And gee, this is one of the oldest puzzles in the book. You have 2 switches, but you're all alone, meaning you can conjure a box. Actually, I wanted that to be much smaller, because you can make really small ones. Actually, you can make them in 3 sizes. That, the one that was there before, and that one. Huh. I'm surprised he made it over there. Though the whole time I played through this the first time, I was very much surprised how far they can jump, or how high rather. And more physics and more experience and more magic and levitation. And
the wizard saw a glimmering light coming from the shrine. No one had been able to visit it for centuries because of the ancient magic protecting whatever lay inside.
And now we enter the shrine and it... Okay.
My darling, why the painful look on such a pretty face? What is this object you are holding onto? How did you get here?
The wizard touched the thief's hand, and then the object. His hand got stuck.
What kind of trickery is this?
For once, the wizard was more interested in magic than anything else. He was also afraid for his dear life. But there was someone nearby who welcomed a challenge. At the other end of the Astral Academy, a knight had been practicing his own skills to battle the undead and prove himself worthy of joining the king's army. Between me and you, he did not quite understand what undead meant, but this was his chance to be the bravest knight of all. The knight felt it was his duty to protect the Astral Academy during this time of despair. He was on the lookout for anything unusual.
Oi. yeah, they're destructible things also, and well, here it is the knight, who's mostly used for combat because his special ability is that he can raise his shield for now. And I was saying before the nice friendly voice interrupted me again that oh yeah, ropes you can cut through too with the sword and the bow. That shrine where the two others went to. I believe my theory is that I can't really say for sure that you actually enter that shrine from 3 different directions with each character. One with each character, and that does well. I forgot about that.
What's this?